Well, oh boy, are we going to have an exciting weekend at the cabin. On the way in, low tire pressure warning came on. I get here, I got a flat back tire, and I've got a lot of things to work on. I'm going to show you what I did a couple of weeks ago when I was here with the deck, and you can kind of see it in the background that we restained that, or I did. I sanded it down. But I'll turn it around and show and share what we're about to work on all weekend. And it's going to be a long 3 or 4 days. So what we're going to work on this weekend is finishing this up. So 2 weeks ago, I was out here. I got a belt sander I picked up at Harbor Freight, and I spent a couple of days completely sanding this down to raw wood. Then restaining it a little bit darker. Same with my stairs over here. But I got so worn out that I finally gave up after a couple of days. So that's gonna get done. Then right where I just walked just now, this whole side is gonna get a covered deck. So I'm gonna work on getting most of the framing done, and it's gonna be a little bit like post and beam, I guess. The only thing I don't have yet is going to be the metal for it. So I'll have everything done, hopefully, and then the metal. Inside, I got to do some work in there too. I'm going to do some trimming around the bathroom door, and I got to hang some stuff that the wife asked me to do. So, whew, gonna be a good one. Wow, what a morning. Rained most of the night. And while my coffee's out getting, or actually on the stove, getting ready to go, I figured I'd take a quick little walk. And I think part of what I'm going to do today, if it doesn't clear up enough for me to be working on my deck, is this. This is a red currant bush, and quite tasty berries come on this. So I might pick a bunch of those and have them for a snack a little bit later. Well, after my little walk and having a cup of coffee, I didn't think I was going to need to start the fire today. It's a little bit chillier than I expected. And if you see outside, it is completely fogged in. So what's interesting, even with all the fog and darkness, my solar panels are still generating some power. I'm getting about 2.5, 3 amps right now, which is enough to keep things going in here that I need. So let's get a fire going here and warm this place up. It's about 58 degrees in here right now, and the high today is only supposed to be 60, so there's no way it's going to warm up for tonight. And not that this is terrible, but it can always be better. One of the other things I planned on working on, if it gets a little bit nicer, is that I'm going to brush the inside of my stove pipe just to make sure it's clean once winter hits. It is only third week of August, and for it to be this chilly this early is a little concerning, but we'll make do. Like, yep, I got some wood going now, so we should be fine. And just like that, got some heat going. The little fan, the one is kicked on, the other one will kick on in a minute. But again, I know I've said it a couple of times, these Colorado cylinder stoves are absolutely the best small stoves made. And I don't cook on the top too often. Makes a splattery mess, but in a pinch, like I always say, gotta have a redundant system. That's my redundant cooking and water system. So one of the neat things that I got recently was this little bacon grease holder, and it's metal, comes with a lid that just pops right on, and a filter that filters the grease. So bacon is done, so let's remove it, and then we'll save some of this bacon grease, and hopefully in the future we'll be able to use it for different cooking and stuff. Just adds a nice flavor. What I think actually is pretty good is if you, some might say gross, but do your broccoli in bacon grease. It's a way of really flavoring it up, get some nice crispness on it without having to use olive oils and things that just aren't readily here. So the rest of this leftover grease that I don't use for these, or for the eggs today, I will save right in here. There we go. Pretty simple and straightforward. Love it. So why don't we get some eggs started here? Heard somewhere that if you break an egg on the edge, it shatters the shell. Whereas if you take the egg and actually break it on a flat surface, it doesn't shatter it up. So let's get a little bit of fire going here. Get some eggs going. Well, not sure that's a true story because I just got eggshells that broke all over the inside of my pan. That one worked a little bit better. Nope, I don't agree with that sentiment about having to break it on a flat surface because the eggs shells were just all over the place. I'm going to season my eggs today. I'm going to scramble them up, but I'm going to season them with a little bit of lemon pepper and a little bit of Tabasco, probably some salt and pepper on top of that, and call it good. So let's mix these bad boys up. Come here, camera. Oh yeah. Tabasco, lemon pepper, bacon, coffee, saving the bacon grease. So I'd say pretty good start. And we've got over here, nice fire going to warm us all up. I know, not gourmet or anything too exciting, but time to have some eggs, bacon, coffee. And as you look out, you can see what kind of day I'm dealing with. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to be able to do. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish staining the deck. I'll show you kind of down what it looks like. There's the half that's still, or the part that still needs to be sanded. There's the part over there that's completely done. So today might be an indoor work kind of day. I want to finish up some trim for around the bathroom door. Last night I hung a new shower curtain as a door for the bathroom. So I'll let you know how that goes. Bon appetit. Yeah, it's crappy out. If I give you a look up into the sky, you can see we're just foggy, overcast day and a constant drizzle. So I'm gonna have to utilize my woodshed as a kind of a place to work. One of the other things I have to do today, once I get all of the wood out of the back of our car, I got to fix that, which really stinks that, well, at least I got all the way in, but I can't do anything with it because the entire back is full of wood And that's where the jack and all the wrenches are, is underneath the hatch in there. So we'll get that going later once I get it emptied, but kind of a little bit of a gloomy day going on here. Hey, worst case scenario, just go in there and read a book in front of a fireplace. So since I just brought enough wood exactly today, I have to be careful and double measure everything I'm working on. So I know that this has to be 75 7/8, and I've measured it twice inside. I'll show you what I'm doing once I get a couple of these pieces cut, but this is actually trim going around the bathroom door that I've been putting off forever. Nice carpenter's pencil. My daughter's drawing pencil. My carpenter pencil is somewhere buried somewhere else, so it's gonna stay there for now. Shall we go see how that cut turned out? All right, back inside. Seems as though my trim piece is going to be exactly on where I needed it. 75 7/8 worked out. But I do know now this board has a bit of a bow to it. So I didn't realize that in the store. I'll have to straighten it as I go here. But nothing that can't be fixed. So let's get this thing nailed up. So what we'll do is we'll straighten as we go. So you can see the bottom. If I line up the top and down to a couple of feet, you can see how far the bottom is off on this. But we'll get it straight by the time we get to the bottom. Promise. There we go. Now you can see it's straightened up right along the edge by pulling on it. So I got to do this side now, clean it up, and then I'll do my last piece across the top. Well, there you go. For a lot of you, this might be just a very little thing to get a little bit of a trim around the door, but it just cleans it up and makes it look a little bit nicer. 1x3's been using it all over the place. I've trimmed in our front door with it as well, and that was a while ago, and all of the baseboard is also done in 1x3's. So the next thing we're going to do today is mount this. This was a big mule deer that was taken up at our other property, and I actually had cut down a tree that had beetle kill on it, sanded it down real good, clear coated it, and then mounted the rack to it. So I know the light's going to be brutal on this as you look outside into the fogginess, but it's going to go back up here where this smaller one is right now, and that smaller rack is going to get hung on the side of the house now. That one was also taken at the other property. So this year we're going to be hunting bear, and that's in a couple of weeks from now. You go a bit higher with the next one. It's a lot bigger rack, and so I want it to fit a little better. Another easy task to get done, but all these little things make it more homey all the time. So let's take a look at how this turned out. Again, I know that it's pretty bright, but that is one unique rack, that's for sure.